Hey guys, Jolteon here, and today I'm back with another live deck profile. I hope you guys are liking these daily videos. They'll continue for the rest of this week up until Saturday and Sunday, where I'm going to take the weekend off. And then next week, I'm thinking about continuing with continuing not with daily uploads, but I'm going to create a few different series. So Monday, let me know what you guys think of this. So Monday, I'm planning on making a normal deck profile for you guys, which is going to be a competitive deck that I like or I've seen do well, stuff like that, like Volcanion, which I haven't done yet, something around those lines. So I don't know a name for it yet. If you guys have a name, leave it in the comments. Wednesday is going to be way back Wednesday. I'm going to make those all expanded deck profiles because certain tournaments are going to be expanded this year. So they're all going to be expanded decks like Mega Rayquaza Virizion, Speed Darkrai Yveltal Archeops, stuff like that. And then on Friday, I'm going to do Fast Pace Friday, which means I'm going to make the most maxed out speed version of a deck I can for the one I profiled Monday. And if I can't make a much faster version for that deck, I will throw in a pack opening when I can. So, now if you guys like that idea, please leave names for it for the Monday series in the comments below. But let's get into this deck profile of I don't know what to call it. I'm probably just going to call it Glaceon, Jolteon, Vileplume. You could call it Waterbox Vileplume. But it's honestly just a lot of attackers that are good in this meta accompanied by Vileplume. So let's get into it. So first of all, running 2 of the Mew from Fates Collide. Its ability, if you have the necessary energy on this Pokemon, you can use any attacks of your basic Pokemon in your field, which is really nice. It can one-shot, well, it can't one-shot, but it can do good damage to make a Mewtwo, causing it to be a 2-shot instead of a 3-shot like normal. And normally you're going to use that to use Glaceon, because most attackers in this format are evolved Pokemon, like Megas, Yanmega, Zoroark, stuff like that, Vespiquen even, and this is going to make them not be able to hit you unless they play Pokemon Ranger. Most decks will, but it's a one-of. It's not guaranteed they get it. It's not guaranteed it's in their deck and not prized, and honestly, this card is still amazing even with Ranger being around. Then we're playing 1 Jolteon, just because there are basic decks still in the format, Darkrai, Giratina, Volcanion, stuff like that, so this can still wall off those. And then since a lot of these decks are really EX heavy, we're going to play 1 copy of Regice with Resistance Blizzard. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of EX Pokemon done to this Pokemon, which is really nice. It's really, really good with this format, considering that most decks are EX heavy and EX based for attacking. And then for the Vileplume line, I was going to go to a 2-2-2, but I felt like I couldn't hit the Vileplume enough as I wanted to. So I bumped it up to a 3-3-3 Vileplume line. Theodosius and Gloom don't matter, but the reason, well, they do matter. You have to play the Ancient Origins one. It's the only standard one. But for the Vileplume, it's the Irritating Pollen one, which is the only standard one again. And it's really good because when it's in play, each player can't play any item cards from his or her hand. Now, yes, it seems pretty disruptive towards you, but it's honestly going to disrupt your opponent more because they're not prepared for it. This list is prepared for the Vileplume lock when it happens, and your opponent's deck won't be unless, of course, they're playing like almost the same thing. Alright, and to round out the Pokemon, we are playing 2 Shaman. It is a broken card, I'm going to keep saying it, with its setup ability, set up so you have 6 cards in your hand. It's really, really nice. I figure 2 is better than 3. You're not going to want to ever use 3 during a game. If you do, you're basically going to end up probably losing anyway, just because you have so many Shamans on your bench that you won't have room for any of your attackers. Then for supporters, we're running 3 Sycamore only. I know 4 is good, especially for a Vileplume deck, but I teched in another another supporter to cut the 4th Sycamore that I really like it. So we're playing 3 Ends. 3 Ends is pretty standard in every deck. Playing 3 Ninja Boy, because this deck can really destroy people with Ninja Boy. Let's say they hex you, play all their items, but now your Mew can't attack, and you don't have energy on something else. and you have a Ninja Boy in hand, you can Ninja Boy into, let's say, Glaceon or Jolteon, and you can start attacking with that and not even care that your Mew's ability doesn't even work, because Ninja Boy lets you choose a base Pokemon in play and switch it with a base Pokemon from your deck, which is really good. And they're playing 2 Olympia. I've never played this card in a deck before, but in a Vileplume deck now, you basically have to play this card if you can't get the Float Stone, because if you don't, you will end up losing to Lysander Stall. There's no way around it, because you're not going to be able to attach energy after energy after energy to the Vileplume to retreat it. And this all it basically says is switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. So it's even better, like, let's say they damage the Vileplume trying to 2-hit KO it, and then you Olympia it back. Even if it has a Float Stone, heal it so they can't Lysander back up and kill it. And speaking of Lysander, we are playing 2 copies of that card. It's such a great card, and with playing no VS Seekers in this deck, so it is kind of budget, I guess, except for the fact... sorry about that, that was my phone. Except for the fact that they play Shamans, which are really expensive. But since we play no VS Seekers, we play 2 Lysander, and that's why most of the supporter counts are bumped up for most decks, because you can't get them back with anything, basically. And then we are playing 2 Pokemon Ranger, just because we do kind of lose, I guess, to a lone Jolteon. We don't lose to it, because we can just use our own Jolteon, but we can't hit them for damage. So playing 2 Pokemon Ranger is really, really nice. And then we play... Now into item cards, 4 Trainer's Mail to help get that turn 1 Vileplume. It's really good. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. If you find a trainer card, put it in your hand. 4 Ultra Balls, another really good consistency card, grabbing Shamans, Jolteons, Mews, Vileplumes, any of that line. It's just a really, really good card. We are playing 3 Float Stone, and you really kind of need to play this card in this deck, because you're not going to be able to use like switches or anything to retreat once Vileplume is out, and you need one to be on Vileplume because it has a 3 retreat cost. Then we are playing 2 Fighting Fury Belt. Now this can be switched out for something of your preference, but I personally really like this Fighting Fury Belt play, because if you can't get out Vileplume turn 1, you can get these down anyway. You can put these down turn 1 before you get Vileplume. It's just really nice because most people won't expect it in this list, and you can surprise them by having that 40 extra HP in this deck list. Another thing most people won't expect is that maybe turn 1 you got to get rid of a bunch of your special energy, because this deck is special energy based for the most part. One of these is really nice in case you have to discard a bunch of them first turn, so you can get a couple of them back. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. And then we're playing 1 Revitalizer, just in case you got to get rid of a few Vileplume early on. You prize 1. Just stuff like that. It's really nice to get back any 2 grass Pokemon, so you can get any part of the Vileplume line back into your hand. Then we're playing 4 Force Giant Plants, because turn 1 Plume is a big thing in this format, in any format, and this deck. So 4 Force Giant Plants allows us to do that the most consistent way. They're playing 4 Double Colorless, because everything in this deck attacks with Double Colorless. You gotta play it in this deck. They're playing 3 Rainbow Energies. These are really nice because it allows Jolteon and Glaceon to attack without needing like a basic water or basic electric. So you're playing 3 of the rainbows. It helps for everything, basically. Then we're playing 1 water and 1 lightning just for those 2 attacks also. Because if we make this solely special energy based, it can get a little crazy. Let's say we don't get a turn 1 Plume, they're able to enhance Hammer a lot. And it can just get crazy if they're able to hex, puzzle, and stuff like that. So you don't want to be completely reliant on special energy. You want to be able to have like a couple outs to it. So maybe you only have 1 attached to a Pokemon instead of 2. So it's really nice to play a couple basics. So that's the list. If you guys liked it, please leave a like on the video. And if you really like this video, I have more deck profiles like this on my channel if you want to go check it out. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.